There is an old Chinese proverb that states an army of 1,000 is easy to find, but how difficult to find a general. So when reading this statement, I kind of took away from it is that it's easy to be a part of a herd, like a herd of sheep, but it's hard to be that lone wolf to stand out and stand for what you believe in. So I have researched the traits that are needed to be an effective leader. What I'll share today is important to each of you. It is important to be an effective leader so you're able to have successful and functioning group to lead. As famous country singer Dolly Parton says, if your actions create a legacy that inspires others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, then you are an excellent leader. For the next few minutes, I'll introduce you to three qualities of effective leadership. The three qualities are: one, being question everything; two, empower; and three, be willing to change. So the first one I'll be talking about today is questioning everything. According to an article by Heidi Ashley Hacker from the Health Administration Press in 2017, it is very important for a leader to question everything. Heidi notes that it's important to have the humility to admit that you can be wrong and make mistakes. So I find this to be a very important quality to have. Being able to admit you're wrong on a subject, I feel like gives your group a lot more respect for you, because when you act like you're right about everything, I feel like you kind of lose that respect factor. When you actually stand back and say, hey, I'm wrong here, or that, that you could be possibly wrong, and let them realize that, you have that self-awareness to know that, then I feel like as a group, they'll respect you a lot more. It is okay to question your leadership skills or methods if it does not seem to be very successful. When you do not have enough humility, you will not be able to question things properly about yourself, and that can greatly affect your leadership skills. She also notes that it's important to have self-awareness. So I find this to be another great quality to have. Being able to be self-aware on situations, to know if you need to change or adjust to the situation, and the ability to test new methods. In an article by J.W. Hallsinger from the Health Administration Press in 2018, it is important to question everything. He believes a leader should have enough self-confidence to question everything. So this is another great quality to have. I feel like when a group feeds off your confidence and know that you're confident in what you're doing, I feel like that just makes things so much better. To know that it'll all work out fine and that you can adjust and find a solution. So being able to have that calm demeanor, that also I feel like kind of reflects off to your group that you're leading, and they'll be calm because they'll know that you're going to be able to adjust to the situation and that you'll be able to come up with a solution. Just like in football, having that leader as a quarterback and knowing that, hey, we're going to get through this, we're going to figure something out, we're going to get a solution here, and the rest of the team starts believing in. So the next quality I'll be talking about is empower. According to an article mentioned by Heidi Ashley Hacker, empowering the people you lead is very crucial for a leader. Encouraging, believing in, and supporting and sponsoring others helps them progress and develop and achieve more. You need to appreciate those who you lead. In an article by Susan Baker from the Journal of Managerial Issues in 2012, letting your followers make some bigger decisions as it can help further empower them, and they may be able to bring something new to the table. You need to give your followers some authority here. Let them bring in ideas and input. So sometimes you need to take a step back and then let somebody else kind of put their authority into it, and they might actually be able to bring a new idea up that you never would have thought of. So I feel like this is another great quality to have when being a leader, when doing the research. And then the last one I'll be talking about is be willing to change. According to an article by Joanne Lloyd from the Newsletter for Healthcare Registration Professionals in 2019, it is very crucial to be willing to change. You need to stay informed about others' operating decisions. You don't need to isolate yourself from other ideas, because then you will have limited knowledge. So I feel like when you limit yourself, this is kind of like even with traveling and being able, if you stay in the same spot your whole life, then you miss out on the whole world. You need to be able to go out and figure out other perspectives. You don't want to limit yourself to just your view. You want to get why, somebody has the opposite view of you than you do, and really dig down and figure out why they think the way they think, and understand, okay, maybe I'm not 100% correct on this. even though you felt like that before, but being able to not isolate yourself. In an article, once again, by Heidi Ashley Hacker, she also talks about how the willingness to change is the key to leadership. Always keep learning and pushing yourself to expand and to think outside the box. Sometimes it is up to you to understand that your followers need a new leader to adjust to change. So sometimes you do need to just step down and realize, hey, I need to keep learning on this subject. Somebody else might know this area a lot better than me. And you need to let them, put their input here and just realize, hey, I might not be the best leader in this situation. And that's actually a good quality as a leader to realize these things. So in conclusion, I have discussed the importance of questioning everything, empowering others, and the will to change, and how they are crucial for being an effective leader. It is important to take on the message that it takes many traits to be an effective leader, and you should not neglect any of these traits. If you implement these ideas to help shape yourself into a better leader, you're bound to become successful. Finally, it is now up to you to be that one general found out of 1,000. You know the tools to be an effective leader.